that I took this Greek mess into perspective. A random student asked me when I crossed the alternate, new neo question, was it worth it? I pondered on this and went back to my history book and shared my experience with this brother. He's now a Sigma, thanks to me. And while online, I realized that I wasn't being, brutalized or, scrutinized for stupid stuff. I was being molded, and when I wasn't doing silly things, I was being taught humility. I was told to eat certain things. Now I know I was being taught self-control. I was told not to walk on grass, or I was being taught how to stay grounded. I traveled to see other brothers, which is a curse when you're online, but I was being taught how to network. I was given a number to learn my place in society, and the same token a name to express my individuality. And I was taught the concept of the line to learn that only together will we face adversity. And I am by far a component of hazing. Some things can't end fast enough for me, but I don't care much for people who choose the other route. I believe you do need to earn something. My org is like no other org. We may be last, but we're number one in many categories. 1963 was the epitome of black minorities. The black experience in the U.S. 1963 was a stepping stone for change for all minorities. 1963 about IOTA, which was like an answer to show the growth of the Black Greek letter organization system, which ideas were formed at a time when blacks were still oppressed. And little do people know, we don't wish to emulate other Greeks, for IOTA didn't want to join the National Panhellenic Council. And the National Panhellenic Council, wanted IOTA, and that is a fact that in the 80s and the 90s, every one of those orgs had a lawsuit, and IOTA had none, which was caused to help save and preserve a good image for the National Panhellenic Council. Many Greeks clown us for various, reasons. Kappa said he couldn't respect any orgs whose founders were still living. Just think about that and equate that with your grandmother or a matriarch of your family. You get the chance to see the vision and hold on to their strength and wisdom. And I get the chance to see my founder's dream unfold before their eyes, in the 20th and the 21st century. I hate now that there's a primary reason why most people don't like us and anyone else that they come across, because hating on the rarity of IOTAs is the reason we are, for the last 5 years, one of the fastest growing organizations, by 45%. I used to fight other orgs, let their slick talk get me heated, but now, I speak to various schools and groups about the National Panhellenic Council, and as an adult, I got love for the alphas, the AKAs, the kappas, the Qs, the deltas, the sigmas, the zetas, and the eshiros. And at this level, we are beyond hating and back to square one. At the beginning of this story, I used the word barbaric. No offense to whoever I use that against, but now I see it for what a Black Greek letter organization stands for. And we are not silly gangs or friendless individuals. We are not stuck up or beyond approach. We are doctors, lawyers, preachers, mothers, fathers, etc. Our design, so different like cultures in society. Our longevity together without hatred is proof that the ideas of our predecessors are being instituted this very day. We are blacks, minorities with one common goal, and I urge non-Greeks to join one of these prestigious organizations and come to learn what I've experienced. You can never find yourself in a crowd of others, but only by turning the mirror on yourself can you come to terms with you. And I used to hear the AKAs call their chapter perpetual, meaning lasting, for eternity or for a long time, continuing indefinitely. And we are a part of history. and will be a part of history forever. So, you know, this goes out to you, you know, my fraternity and other Black Greek letter organizations. You know, I have love for you guys. If you see me, don't hesitate to come up to me. I'm more than happy to chalk it up with you if I have some time. And peace to you all. Oh, and happy holidays. I forgot to say happy holidays.